Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Sunday, the 11th of June. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, first things first, if you are watching this straight after upload, I apologise. This is a lot later than I planned. So, yeah, circa 2.5, 3 hours later than I originally planned. Yeah, there's me thinking, I'll get the little people to bed, Sunday racing, knock it out in about an hour and a half, get the video done. Nah, I'm afraid not. I'm afraid this Sunday's caught me slightly off guard because this Sunday is by far and away the best day of the week, and the best Sunday I can remember for ages. So there's me, dodging here, there, and everywhere on smaller fields and whatnot, and stumble across Sunday. We've got four decent size field handicaps. We've got some bad each ways. We've got the Sunday series at Beverley, which means there's increased place terms on some of the races because it's all kind of a bit more high profile. And yeah, and mix that in with a few quite all right looking bad each way races. It's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah. I've got to have a crack at it. So £35 stake and three quarters is where we are going. There are 7 bets. So yeah, bit of volume, £35. I think pretty much what we've put on already this week. I think is, what do we do? 25, 45 is about 45 quid or something gone down already this week. So £35 is what we are playing with. So we are going to come out ahead whatever this week, because we did all right on Saturday. So I'll go through Saturdays first, then I'll get to Sundays. Right, Saturday, just a small loss is how I got it. 20 on, 18.89 back. It will vary slightly with bookmaker. And yeah, I think if those of you who like backing singles, we had 3 winners, so that was nice. But in terms of staking plan, wasn't quite enough. So this wasn't really much good. That was 1 out of the placings, not any good. That was 4th, which paid for Sky, Paddy, Betfair, and then no. So it was a place single for some and not for others. So you got less than 50 pence back on that one. To be fair, actually, you got more than 50 pence. You might have got about 60 pence if you were SP in. Then we had this one. That was no good. Ruster Richards, again, no good. And then Dante's Angel went and won. You could have got a much better price than that as well. So some, hopefully some got on maybe on 20s, I don't know. 16's what we had the channel, SP'd at 12s, and then Ernest for Others was rubbish. So one really nice winner with nothing else. So that was a bit frustrating, particularly as that was in the each way double as well. But wasn't to be. So 1 winner on that one. I think it was, to be fair, in the UK, I think it was the second biggest prize winner of the day, which actually goes to show that it really wasn't the prices knocking about. I think there was one later on in Chepstow that was bigger than that. We only had non-runner, winner, and down the field, I think it was 3rd or something like that. So we got a little bit back because there was a non-runner with the winner. So it was actually marginally profitable. I had it as £2.17 back, but Midnight Jewel, I think, was a slight drifter. So you might have got a little bit more than that. And then we started off this one. That was 2nd in a 7 runner. So if you're on with 3 places, that was decent. If you're on with 2 places, then you'd have got quarter of the odds, which was even better. Even better than that was 25-1. That was a disappointment, really, as was that. And then that one went and caught the rail and ran up nicely to win. So we had a win and a place on that one. And that was it. So yeah, we had 4 bets, a winner on 3 of them. So not too shabby, but didn't quite make profit. So I think that puts us about 53 up for the week. So with 35 on for Sunday, the worst we're going to come out is £18 to the good if we lose all of the £35. And we're 58 quid up for June. So the worst we'll finish the week is 20 up for June. So £35 stake. So just a bit of context. I always like the context. the worst ever Sunday we've had is £24. So we're putting it on the line, because normally Sunday's a low stake 1 or 2 bet kind of day for me, but not this one. So yeah, we're having a crack at that. It's the of the 7 days of the week, it's the day of the week with the lowest, biggest win, if that makes sense. So £87 on each of the other days of the week since the channel's begun. We've had a bigger winning day than £87. So got to be in it to win it. We're putting it on the line. In the last 4 weeks, we've had 18 days of videos, and we won on 10 and we lost on 8. So we've had a nice little patch, and we've only had one day where we lost 25 quid. Other than that, the losses have been small. So just want people to remember what happened in January, February, March, when we lost a load of money. We got, we're well back ahead again. But the last 4 weeks, don't be lulled into a false sense of security. I'm putting down £35. I like the racing. The point is, it goes your way and it doesn't go your way. And we're playing with big prices, so we could very easily walk out of here with a heavy loss. So just be mentally prepared for that, because it hasn't happened much in the last few weeks, and people kind of then forget. People have got very quick memories, and suddenly it looks like everything's going all right on the channel. It is. But equally, it's easy to forget that we had a long bad patch. So, there's your health warning. Let's run you through what I've got. And then I'm going to get to bed. And then I've got to be up again about 7 o'clock. Well, I'll say I'll be up again. I'll be woken up by a couple of little people about 7 o'clock. So, alright, here we go. We're starting off with, I'll put 3 bad each ways together, basically, for an each way Trixie. So 150 Perth. I think it's a really tight call about trying to work out which horse looks like it could be third best, and I went with Isabel at 22s. Then we've got the 320 Goodwood. It's the only Goodwood horse I've got in the staking plan. Empress Woo at 13-2, and the 530 Punchestown Dark Image 17-2. 25p each way Trixies, each way doubles and trebles. £2 is your bet. Nothing on the singles. You want a bog bookie that's going to pay you best price guaranteed on multiples. I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair, if all 3 of those end up shorter, though. So I say bog. I'm always on here saying bog, but if you're watching this regularly, most of my horses get shorter. Some get bigger, like Woodlands Dream, Charm, whatever it was today. But most of them tend to get shorter. All right, that's bet 1. Starts off nice and easy, comfortable, and then we're into Lucky 15 territory. We got 225 Perth Malangen. I quite like that horse. It was a lot bigger. It was about twice the price, but I still think it's good at double figures. 12-1. Then we're going to 310 at Navan. Real Tin Fantasy, which we've backed last time at 14s. 325 Punchestown, that's the biggest price I've got today, and that price I'm very aware is quite standout. So Sky, Bet Victor, and some other randomo I've seen, it's 80s. Most bookies are 66, but watch out for 365 after upload, because they're only 50s, so you probably want to avoid 365, even though it's the second best bookie for the bet. On that price, it isn't. On place terms, it is. So close enough, 80-1. There's enough in there that says that horse should be a lot shorter than that, even though it's a massively field handicap race. Then we've got 5 o'clock Punchestown, channel favourite Macaloni at 22s. 20p each way, Lucky 15, and then we've got 36p, and you'll see on the next bet why that's a funny amount. 36p each way single on Close Enough, which makes it 672, and means Sky our best, 365 our next best. Sky are the only ones paying 4 on that. Everyone else is free. This 325 Punchestown, Sky and 365 are both 6. In the 310, 365 and Sky are both 6. So good watch out there on 365, 310 and 325. They're both 6, same as Sky. And then the 225 at Perth. I think most bookies are 4. That's bet 2. Bet 3 is the shorter priced bet. 3 o'clock Perth, Castletown, 11-2. 4:45 Beverley. I've split legged it. Sky are 8 runners, 4 places on that one, which is outrageous. It's a really good race if you're a Sky user for that one. 8 runners, 4 places, and I basically like the 2 bigger prices. So Gad Barn at 12s, Punxsutawney Phil at 14s. What I would say is there's slightly more value in that Gad Barn at 12s than there is at Punxsutawney Phil at 14. So although there's 2 points shorter, there's better value in Gad Barn. And then we've got 5-10 Navan, Maracruz 9-1, which we've taken before. 6:45 Beverley, Fairmac 8-1, we've taken before. So we've got some familiar ones in here. It's 2 times 12p each way Yankees. So no singles on it. So each way doubles, trebles, and the fourfold. So one at Yankees got Castletown, Gad Barn, Maracruz, Fairmac, and one's got Castletown, Punxsutawney Phil, Maracruz, and Fairmac. Apologise, I know it's 7 bets and I've got a couple of split legs and I know they can be an absolute pain. Please appreciate it took a long time to do the research. To work out this staking plan was an absolute pain because there's a lot of different ways I could chop it and change it, and it took me ages to settle. I'm happy where I've got to, but it did take me a long time, so I apologise if you're not a fan of split legs. Sky Our Best, then equal 365 Paddy Coral or Betfred, and then William Hill. That is the order of the main bookmakers as I would see it. There's no extra places there. Most are 4 there. Most are 5 there. And this one, it's Sky's 4 here and everyone else is standard terms free. 5.28 you bet is bet free. Then we go bet 4. So basically this is all the 4 big handicaps bet. 3.10 Navan Daintree 16s. 3.25 Punchestown split legged it. It's too many horses to go too big on that race, but I wanted to have an interest, so I've got Flash the Lights 28s and Attitash at 22, split legged it. 3.45 Beverley Ventura Flame at 18s. 5.10 Navan Quasbaz, I don't know. It begins with a Q and it ends in a Z. That's what we got. 2 times 10p each way, lucky 15. Sky Best, then 365, then Hills. So we've got Daintree, Ventura Flame, Casbaz with Flash the Lights. Daintree, Ventura Flame, Casbaz with Attitash. 2 different 10p each way, lucky 15. £6 is your bet. And then we've got first of 2 combination doubles. This is the big one, so don't do this very often. But the 3.10 Navan, they're my 3. Daintree at 16s, Real Tin Fantasy at 14, Shoebox King at 11s. They both ran last time in the same race, and we backed them both last time in the same race. And I think they came something like 6th and 7th or something like that. So we're sticking some faith with them too. And then we're going on this 3.45 Beverley, and I've got 5. Now the reason I've got 5 is I think it's a really good race for double figure prices. So we'll see when it comes round to the race how the market changes or whatever. And what actually makes the frame. But I think unusually for Beverley you don't necessarily want to go too big on prices because you've got such a draw bias. It's a sprint. It's not necessarily what you want. But what you've got here is because it's the Sunday series and the prize money is big, there's a few plots in here. There's a few horses I think have been just saved a little bit and to have a go at this race. Whereas often in an apprentice race, you get horses that are just turning the wheels over a little bit and they want the handicap mark to potentially run down a little bit. Whereas here, I think there's a few more you would normally get trying their luck. So Ventura Flame is probably my number 1 horse at 18s. Mucker at 12s has been much better in the past and looks like it's kind of on the way up a little bit. We've then got Show Me and Catch Me Cunningham, who are both horses that have got back form that says they're way better than their mark and they're decent over the distance and the ground. And then Resilience in a similar boat but a much bigger price at 40s. So it's 15 times 20p each way doubles. So you want to put all 8 of these in the bet slip. So those 3 and those 5, and it will say there are 15 possible combinations of doubles. So 15 times 20p each way doubles. £6 is the bet. Sky Our Best. So Sky are 6 and 6. 365 are 6 and 5. Hills are 5 and 6. They're the best 3 bookmakers. £6 is your bet. Bet 6. This is the big price one. So 345 Beverley Resilience at 40s, 5 o'clock Punchestown Barbary Master at 28s, 545 Beverley Sophisticate 33s, 645 Beverley Bring Back Memories 33. Simple, innit? Rank outsider, rank outsider, rank outsider. So 3 rank outsiders at Beverley, the second most rank outsider at Punchestown. Jobs are good. Don't even need to do research. You just put all the big prices in, and then sometimes they come in. That's how the strategy works. It clearly doesn't. Just to be clear, like the other day when I said like I just picked 2 horses because they've got the same name, that like I am tongue in cheek, right? Anyway, so 12p each way, lucky 15, and then 6 times 20p each way doubles. So rather than do a 20p lucky, I want to reduce the risk down slightly with these bigger prices, because most of these are not horses I necessarily... First 2 possibly, these bottom 2, I think these are unlikely winners, but potential for squeezing out into 3rd or 4th place, and that's why I've done the bet like that. So even a place double on this bet would be not profitable, so 2 places were in profit. So Sky Best, then Hills, and then either 365 Coral or Betfred. That is bet 6. And then we'll finish with the last combination double is this, bet 7. 5 o'clock Punchestown, Macaroni, Barbary Master, and then I've added in Ounce of Gold at 33. So basically pretty much the 3 outsiders of the race. Going in the 5-10 with some short ones in that one. Casbaz at 12 and Maracuz at 9s. 6 times 25p each way doubles. £3 is the bet. Sky are better. That was a bit of an error when I wrote that out. Sky are better, and then 365 Paddy or Coral is what I would say. That is bet 7. All right, that is me. I'm leaving it there. That's the end of the Fat Cap Callum week. Win, lose or draw. We have come out ahead, but we are putting 35 quid out on the washing line to be taken. So who knows? We might double it. We might lose it. We might do something in between. Who knows? It's there for you to do what you want with. I will now be back on Tuesday night as usual, so no selections for Monday and Tuesday as I usually don't do. So I'll put anything I like in the comments of this video for Monday and for Tuesday. Other than that, I'll be back Tuesday night to see what do you call it, Royal Ascot Eve week, maybe something like that. We'll call it like that. All right, thank you very much. Enjoy your Sunday, and if you've got a bit of hay fever, take a tablet. I feel a bit better than I did earlier, but definitely got the sniffles at the moment. All right, thank you very much. Bye bye.